Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been playing scary games lately, you know, Project Zomboid, Phasmophobia. How about some old game? Old, timey-wimey, N64 game. Quest 64, precisely. This is one I really liked a lot way back when, and I figured why not play it again, right? And now you guys can enjoy it too. Southland, an island where magical spirits abound. This is the abode of magicians who have become powerful through a pact with the spirits. These are apprentices of the Melrode monastery. Among them, the young apprentice, Brian. We will be playing the role of Brian. Now in the northeastern corner of Southland, this is Brian. Kenishire. This is the Kingdom of Northern Magic, home of the Melrode Monastery. This kingdom is ruled by King Scottford, a hero of the people. And a bit further south, in central-ish Southland, we have this place. Carmod, the Kingdom of Merchants, is situated in the central region of Southland, the richest and most beautiful of all the kingdoms, ruled by the lovely Queen Diana. Not the Amazon Queen, guys. Calm down. Okay, it's still a queen. Southwest of the Southland Island is Highland, the Kingdom of the Sword, located at the southern edge of the Isles. The Kingdom of Fire and Steel, ruled by the ambitious and warlike King Bagus. Don't know if it's Vegas. I always said Bagus. Thanks to a treaty among the three kingdoms, the people live in peace and prosperity. But unfortunately, there wouldn't be a game if that stood still. So, something happened. One night, however, the monastery fell under an evil spell with the theft of an ancient book. This book in particular. Because of the theft, Southland now faces dangers it has never before known. And we, little Brian that we are, will go and get that book back and save the world. Welcome to Quest 64. And push start to play. And we'll do a new save, of course. Brian, even though I begged you not to leave, you still say you must go after your father. No matter how wonderful your powers may be, you are still a child. Your father, Lord Bartholomew, left to search for the stolen Tale book and has been missing for a month. No wonder you are worried about him. Contained in the words of the book is a power that exceeds human knowledge. I wonder who could have possibly stolen it from the crypt of the monastery. If an evil person should use it, the country and all its cities will be destroyed. The spirit's blessings will disappear, and Southland will once again be visited by a day of grief. Bartholomew's disappearance may mean he is caught in the fighting over the book. Hugo, you may find yourself in danger as well. If you still insist, begin by going to Donderon. I'll ask the King of Donderon Castle to protect you. And that's it, that's all the story we get. This is little Brian we're controlling right now. Cute little mage, with his cute little cape, and a cute little staff. And that's all the gear we get. And if you stand still for a little bit, you can see here, HP is 50 out of 50, MP is 15 out of 15, which is not a lot at the beginning. And if you look in the bottom left corner here, those are your spirits' power. You have fire spirits, 1 point, earth spirits, 1 point, water spirits, 1 point, and wind spirits, 1 point. Now these allow you to cast spells. You are a magician after all, and depending on which element you pick, you'll cast different spells, obviously. And you can combine them later on, when you have enough, to create your own spells, just about. We'll see what we get this time around. So, there's only one thing to do. Leave. Right? You gotta leave. Because that room's the dead end. There's nothing to look at there. There's no button to open doors, you just go towards them, and that's it. And yeah, camera control. What camera control? That does not exist back then. Indeed, for those who knew of the N64 controller, you know you have the C buttons, which were mostly used to control the camera to turn it around, left and right and such. Well, in this case, the C buttons, they're your elements. So C left give us the earth elements, which would be rock level 1. Up is fireball level 1. Right is wind cutter level 1. And bottom, or down, C down, I guess, is water pillar level 1. They all have different effects, different range, and certain monsters are more weak against certain elements. That's entirely up to us to figure it out. So, library, nothing much interest here. As you get caught on things. You can, just walk along, but there's really nothing here. Lecterns, whatever. You can talk to the NPC. And this does look like a chest, I agree. But it is not. As you can see, Brian cannot do anything with that. As you get close to a hidden spirit, you will see a sign. When you see it, press the Z button. The mark of 4 spirits will appear. Press one of the C buttons to choose which of the spirits you wish to increase. You will need as much help from each of these spirits as you can get. Use the C button like this. The fire spirit up, the water spirit is down, the earth spirit is left, and the wind spirit is right. Memorize these positions. Basically what I just explained, right? Of course, you'll get an NPC to tell you how the game works, because that's about it. You start right here. There was no other menu. It was like, start game, and you're right here. Yeah. Okay, so I've never known what this little fence is all about here. Is this supposed to be like a pen for chickens? There's like 2 posts on either side, and there's nothing. Well, whatever. Early N64 models, I guess. Okay. So, first door on the left. Well, there's nothing. There's just a guy. So, what do you say? Brian, the wooden scepter you carry and the magic spells you acquired throughout your journey are your only means of defending yourself against encounters with the enemy. Well, geez. Yep, that's right, folks. We're not getting gear. This is not a thing. This is all we have. All we gain are spirit powers and statistics, of course, will increase, but that's something else entirely. And there was no one in this room. No one, nothing you can get. What about here? Again, nothing. They're just, normal, not cells, but normal bedrooms for apprentices or monks, almost. Very plain, very simple. You get your bed, you get a little lectern, and a night side table, which should be here, but whatever. A bookshelf, a little chest, and drawers. And that's it. There's nothing on the side, just big windows. And again, we have an empty one. I always like doing a lot of exploring in RPGs because, hey, that's how you explore the world. Basic, right? And how you discover the world and how you find hidden chests oftentimes. So, let's see. How about over here? Ah, we have found, I believe, the courtyard. Yes. What do you say? Spirits are hiding everywhere. Look for them in the town, the countryside, and every last nook and cranny. You can sometimes find them after battles too. Be thorough, laddie, and you'll find everything you need. Right, this is Southland. They're Celtic. That's why they say laddie. When you find a treasure chest, move in close and a sign will appear. Press the Z button and you will find items that will help you on your quest. These items wisely. You might look in the monastery to find what you need to get started. Well, we see one right here. They really pop out. They're not like the brown chest, like wooden chests we saw in the rooms. They're really, really bright red and yellow. Or gold, I guess. And yes, the sign is this, little exclamation point. And pressing the Z button, pop, pop. Dewdrop obtained. Okay. Now what's over here? There's the cellar. And again, yeah, see these big ones? Can't do anything with them. However, this one we can. A dewdrop obtained! We got another dewdrop. Okay, and over here, yeah, that's a door, but we can't do anything about it. Because it's technically not a door, it's just a blocked off, like, outside, like a hidden passageway, I guess. What about this one? What do we got here? More dewdrop? Moving so fast. Okay. Dewdrop obtained. Yep. All you get is dewdrops. I mean, so far. Don't worry. This is not the only item in the game. Okay. That's it for this area. No, I don't want to talk to you guys again. That covered the area. Okay. And yeah, now we go for the big doors. There we go. Hey, buddy. Marmaduke. Wasn't that a dog?
Leave now, Brian. In his last letter, Lord Bartholomew said he crossed Loch Kildare on the way to Lara Pool. Be very cautious. Evil creatures lie and wait beyond these monastery walls.
I was trying to make him sound like he was barking in the beginning. It didn't work too well. Okay, so yeah, there's not really anything, sadly, in the Great Hall that you can grab and, you know, look at. Sure, we can come up here, but there's like nothing.
Yay, and behind the altar.
Nothing. Yeah, sometimes going backwards, the controls are very wonky. Okay, over here on the right, we have, honestly, I don't know. It's just like a court. And you can see on the carpet here a very nice representation of the four elements. Of course, it would have to be like on this side and looking at it forward that way, because water down, fire up, earth left, and wind right. But I like this design. Okay, what do you say? Serious. Why so serious?
Spirit, please protect this young lad. Light the way and watch over him. We'll make offerings for your safety until you return.
Well, that's going to cost you a lot of offerings because I'm going for a while. Yeah. Yeah, the camera is a bit wonky when you go backwards, so ideally you want to change to another room when you come back, and that will give you a different angle, which would probably be more manageable. And there's the issues of ye olde 3D games, right? This was the beginning of the 3D games. This is why it's so polygonal. Anyway, and here, honey bread. Finally something different.
Welcome to the kitchen, laddie. Your quest is sure to be a long one. Please take this fresh bread. I made this myself.
Yay! This guy gives you fresh bread if you ever run out, and we didn't have any. We had honey bread, so that does not count. So fresh bread, yeah. And over here, I don't know why they want like a podium every freaking like public room they have. There's just a mess hall, kitchen, I guess. We just don't have ovens. Come on. Yeah, for the big doors, you have to go to the left one. Only the left one is going. I mean, I could go on the right one. Okay, it's a big door. That's why. And we're out in the world. So, yeah, take a gander. So if you press R, is your inventory. So you get the dewdrops that we picked up so far. You get the honey bread, and we get the fresh bread. So dewdrop is mana, which is, or MP, is basically your drinks, and your food, bread. Fresh bread is 50, and honey bread is 100, which we don't even have yet, so that'd be a total waste. And then you just press R again to cancel. Now, if you walk around, you can explore to your heart's content, as I said before. And sometimes it's the only way to get stronger. Now, we went around this whole place, we saw nothing. There was something that caught my eye on the left side down here, though. Like little stables of sorts. Right? Horsey, what do you say, Horsey? Well, I don't know what I expected. However, if you look here, it might be hard to see at first, but there's a little bubble coming out of the haystack. And this is when you press A and select element to strengthen. So, you can pick fire, earth, wind, water. Ideally, wind. I will explain right now that it will take a long time to max out all of the elements. And it's better off to focus on one initially, because it will make you stronger in that particular element anyway. And depending on which element you focus on, you can make the game easy or really hard for you. So, wind has the best range options because, you know, mobility and everything, air, winds everywhere. And the others, water is technically the worst when it comes to range, because water has like at least the first level spells, the basic spells you get. Water is like right up in your face. Wind is super long. Fire is short range, and earth is medium range. So choose wisely, basically. And if you don't know because you just picked up the game and you have no freaking idea how it works, just try your best. Eventually you'll figure out what type of element you prefer. Hey, fisherman.
Oh, who goes there?
Oh, it's you, laddie. Ever since your father went away, we've had to stand guard against the monsters that are surrounding our town. Bartholomew was the spirit tamer, and we will not be safe until he returns. Well, I guess it's my turn to be a spirit tamer. Oh, wait. I'm leaving. Sorry. Now, I think there was another spirit in one of the corners here on the beach. I really forget. It's been a long time since I've played this. And also, there's no faster speed than this. This is your speed forever and ever. I mean, he's running as fast as he can. I guess I was mistaken. Oh well. Yeah, the spirits are the little bubbles like we saw in the haystack. There are a few around the starter area to give you a boost initially. And then, effectively, they're your, I guess, your level as you fight more enemies, gain experience. That becomes your level, your spirit level, I guess. Is there one back here? I know there's one like in a corner somewhere, but I really forget. I'll find it, don't worry. Ah, yeah, there we go. See the bubble? It's going up on the staff. Well, I can move and it's just going to go next to the staff, whatever. So, we're going to do more wind. For the same reason I explained before. The more spirit points you have in a given element, the stronger it will be, the more damage it will do, and eventually when you have enough, you can cast stronger spells as well. King says, "Ah yeah, when fighting you will have two octagonal areas surrounding you. A large octagon represents the entire fighting area. A small octagon represents your personal area of movement. Use your area of movement to avoid enemy attacks. If you move outside of the large octagon, you will have the option to escape the fight." And he is correct. Hey, sheep. What about you? Oh, it's a shorter sheep. Meh. Yes, he's correct. This is one of the things that made this game really appealing to me. The battle system is active. In an RPG, this is like the first time I really saw an active RPG. Like this is basically an ARPG. Alright, in this house we're gonna steal his fresh bread. That's kinda mean, but don't worry. He's not gonna use it. He's safe in the town. Okay. And over here, let's talk to other people. Hey girls.
Lately, I've heard that monsters have been seen along the roads. They even say a thief is hiding in the woods. With your father gone, there's no one to tame the evil spirits. We pray Lord Bartholomew can find his way back and save us.
Yeah, I'm here, don't worry.
Your father used to visit us often. He brought prosperity to all of us in Melrode.
Giggity, right? Father's just sleeping around. Okay, about here. Was there anything here? Oh, shit. But you can tell, like, with all the tapestries and rugs and such, like, everybody really respects or upholds the belief of the elements. Hey, did I see one come out of that well just now? No, I was thinking I'm crazy. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. There we go.
Oh, it's a story from long ago, but terrible misfortunes fell upon Southland because of the yellowtail bug. Grain fields were turned into deserts overnight. Busy, prospering towns disappeared, and the people became lazy.
Wow, that's the worst of it? Sounds like, I don't know, modern day to us. Okay, what about this house? Is there anything in the backyard? Nothing in the backyard. Okay. What about inside? Hey. Oh, a little old woman.
My grandchildren have gone out to play despite the dangers that lurk just outside the gates. I worry that the monastery will not be able to protect them much longer.
Well, if anything, you guys can just run way up to the monastery. It's like 3 flights of stairs. That was mostly ramp, though. But, yeah, the monster's not gonna be bothered with that. I barely could be. What about this one? Oh, little girl.
Wow! Does your father let you play outside? My mother says the monsters will get me. Aren't you afraid?
No, I believe in the spirits. And the spirits will guide me and protect me. Okay, I just do my monthly duty, right? Wait, was there one at the well? No, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Okay, so this one has a sign, so this is a place in particular. This is the shop.
Ready to travel, are you? Fine, we'll give you some white wings. They'll bring you back to Melrode any time.
It is important that you understand that wings will only work in wide open spaces.
Take care.
And free item. Over here, the white wings. Mysterious wings take you to Melrode. Basically, if you need to teleport back in a hurry to heal or whatever, that's what you do. They give them for free. You can only have 1 pair, but since you come back here anyway, you might as well get new ones.
Say, here's a traveler with white wings. If you need it in repair, return here.
See? So, I mean, it's a shop, but that's all they gave you. Okay, what about this one? Ah, you see, this one has a little house sign. This is the inn. Hello, Master Apprentice. I'm Shannon. I've been traveling hither and yon, all over Southland. I see you're setting out on a quest too. I trust we'll run into each other along the way. Okay.
Don't you feel tired, Master Apprentice? Please, rest here for the night. We'll take good care of you. Will you stay?
Sure. And this is how you save. Yeah, let's just overwrite everything. Yeah, let's not go too far ahead of us. So we're already 2 days in, apparently. 9 minutes in, 2 days. That's pretty fast. I already saved twice, that's fine. So yeah, the inn is how you save. So let's see, is there anybody upstairs? I don't think there are chests here. But it's worth a check, right? Nope, just regular room. Oh, there is someone. What a magnificent mustache. Oh, no. I meant to talk to him. And nothing on this side. Oh, boy.
There are spirits in Southland's fields and valleys, probably around the towns too. Only a true spirit tamer knows when the spirits are near.
Oh, I'm working on it. Right. Are you trying to say there's one in your room? No, there isn't. Okay. What about this one? Oh, different configuration. So I'm guessing this one on the right will also be a different configuration. Yep. Okay. Well, nothing. Still, worth a check. Because as I said, that's how you get more stuff in RPGs. That's how you explore the world. That's how you meet more NPCs and talk to them. And yes, as you can see now, it's nighttime. If you sleep, it just turns to night. I know that certain monsters are different. They appear differently when it's nighttime. I don't know if the NPCs say anything different at night, or if they are different even.
I'm a pirate! Those monsters out there don't scare me! Hey Brian, sometimes you will need to use the B button to adjust your view.
What? Ah, we finally learned. Yes, you control the camera a little bit with the B button, but that's it.
Who's afraid of the big bad were?
Werehair. Hold on, now werehair? What's a werehair?
I want to be a spirit tamer just like you when I grow up.
Alright, good luck with that. Yeah, I mean, if you hold it, just pressing it won't really do much. But if you hold it, it really tries to move the camera around. Behind you. That's it. You can't control like, oh yeah, turn left, turn right. No, you'd have to turn with the character, with Brian. Okay, and there's nothing in this house. Okay. We have cleared, quote unquote, Melrode, the village of Melrode anyway. It is time to leave. And one more good thing about nighttime is you can see, since it's darker around, you can see the bubbles of the spirits a lot more easily. Alright, it is time to leave on our journey. And here we go. We are out in the field. This is what it looks like. Pretty bad if you compare it to nowadays games. But hey, this is all we had back in the day. It's still great though. And staying on the path, I believe, makes it a bit easier. Here's our first battle against a Hellhound. Okay. So, to explain a little bit, as the NPC said, there are two octagons. The bigger, larger yellow one is the battlefield. The little blue one is where I can move. This guy, the Hellhound, just threw some fireballs at me, and I was able to dodge because I was holding my control stick left to run as far to the side as possible, because the fireballs generally move forward. That's a thing I learned with experience. Now, I can't reach him because of my movement area. I can't reach him to whack him with my staff, but it's not the strongest thing I can do anyway. What I can do is Wind Cutter level 1, which has power of 3 because I have 3 wind spirits, and launch. There we go, 3 points of damage. Oof. Yeah, I wasn't able to dodge this time because it was closer, I guess. So I took the 4 points of damage. Don't worry about it, we'll be fine. Wind Cutter! Oop, only 2 points this time. Ah! Can't dodge, it's too close. Wind Cutter! Ow. Wind Cutter, I said. There we go. Yay! Okay, so we cast Wind Cutter 4 times, and it cost us 4 MP. So it's 1 MP per level of spell. That was only level 1, so that's fine. We lost a lot of HP though, so we have to be careful with that. And as I was saying, I think that the path, if you stay on the path, it's safer, there's less battles, but that's about it. Okay, so we've dealt with a fire type using wind. It was okay, they don't have good or bad relations. They're neutral to each other. Obviously, if the fire type, you want to use water, and I guess vice versa. These guys, if I remember correctly, these guys are weak to earth. So let's do rock level 1. And you'll see, this is medium range, you'll see why. It's a big rock. Werehairs. And these use Wind Cutter, as you just saw. So these are the big bad werehairs. Let's launch another rock. Bam. Missed. Could have sworn. So the trick to dodge the spells, they're all different. In the case of Windcutter, you want to run around in a circle, that way it can't catch you. It's a bit dumb, but hey, it works. Here we go. And generally, yeah, if it's a wind element monster, it's going to be weak to earth and vice versa, and the same for fire and water. Here we go, separate. Whee. And there is actually not just like saving HP mechanic to dodging the spells. There is another mechanic as well that I will show you once I'm done with the battle. Here's another rock. I could use wind here, but if I do, it's going to be really, really weak. And yes, if you reach outside of the yellow area, you'll escape with that. But we don't want that, we want XP. So here. Die. Yay! Hey, here we go. This is a level up. We just got enough experience to gain a spirit point. Let's shove that in that wind category. And now we have 4, which allows us to cast Windcutter level 2. You'll see in the next battle how much better it is. I think there was a bubble here, wasn't there? On the points? No? Okay, never mind. Go back to the path. It's safer. It's safer, I say. Well, we didn't take any damage. Ooh. Hello. Okay, these guys are actually tough. And I think they only come out at night too, so I probably shouldn't have left at night. Okay. One thing you may have noticed is we have 15 MP again, despite using so many spells. That is because MP slowly regenerates as you walk, which is great for a mage. You really want that. Okay, so this is a sun kind of gremlin, and this is a moon kind of gremlin. Obviously, sun is fire type, and because this is the opposite, it's got to be water. So usually you can use the colors of the models as a kind of indication of what they are. So it would be best to use water on him and fire on the moon guy, but, well, we don't have the reach for that. And we just got our fancy schmancy new Windcutter, level 2, which will cost 2 MP because it's level 2, but let's do it. There we go, that's 3 of them. Yeah. That's 3 blades instead of just 1, which, if they you can't control them once they're launched. It's all about your positioning and facing, so that's why I'm facing to the right, so that they all focus the sun one. There you go, I killed it. Okay. So the first attack that the moon guy did automatically hits. You can't dodge it unless it gets a miss. And what it just tried just now, he tried to heal, even though he was at full HP. Again. So I'm not sure why it got to 0 though. Alright. I'm missing 1, but the other 2 work. Ah, yeah, this one you can't dodge. Physically, anyway. Our MP's getting low, but we're still doing fine. And it's dead. Cool. I guess a single Windcutter would have done the job for less MP, but as I said, it comes back up just as walking around, so it's not too much of a problem. Okay. However, when you get like big groups, quote-unquote, like this, it's tough on your MP endurance, but you still want to get as much experience as possible. And they're really easy to dodge. See, because I was facing the middle one a bit more than the right one, my rock went to the middle one. So it's really, really important to face specific directions when you cast your spells. There we go, that killed that. Okay, I already hit the middle one, so I can finish him. There we go. Aha. And that's why you want to use the B button. In battle, it's work. When I let go, though, like by default, the camera wants to go back here for some reason. There we go, that's a 7. We dodged that. I'm getting closer and closer, but oh yes, here.
When you're close enough, you can use your staff to attack the enemy. And it's not very strong, but it's worth doing as well. And there's only one of them, but you're really close, so most likely I'll get hit by the spell he's gonna do, the Wind Cutter. But if I hit hard enough, he's gonna die. So let's give it a shot. I'm just pressing A. There you go. Hey, we got another level up. Okay. So I said it's important to power up your main element, in this case wind. But there is one reason to go into a different element quickly at the start. Go into water. It'll be excessively vital. Ooh, a new enemy. Now this one is a water type enemy. We can tell because it's blue. It's really easy to tell. And so that means fire would be best. So I'm gonna try to show you. I don't know if I can reach. Fireball is kind of short range, but I'll at least showcase it, right? Yeah, see, it can't reach. It was probably close, but it didn't reach. Anyway, it has a bigger movement range than I do, but it still couldn't do anything because it's a water type, and water attack is very, very short range. Here, there you go. So that's a 6. Okay, keep that in mind. 1 fireball level 1 at 1 spirit is a 6. But if I do my Wind Cutter, see, that was only 2, but it was 3 times, so that's also 6. So in this case, the only advantage of the fireball is it costs 1 less MP. But there, I did 8, right? They can go up to 3 at this level, this amount of spirit. And I can also miss, but at least, you know, I have 3. And that's the water pillar. He's getting closer. And the advantage also with the Wind Cutter is you don't have to always aim. They kind of home into the enemy. Okay. Quickly, quickly. Alright. Yes, there is a house over there. We'll have to go there. Okay. Ooh, they're kind of far. I don't know if I'll be able to reach it with a stone. Well, I'll still give it a try. Ah. See, that's the problem with single, I guess, single projectiles. If it misses, and you're done. You wasted your turn, and you wasted your MP. That's why I prefer the Wind Cutter, which to me, I guess, makes it the easy mode. Because you don't have to aim, it goes all the way around and hits them. You don't have to aim too much. Anyway, and, okay, I can't hit him with the staff. Yeah, so if one of my Wind Cutters miss, it's not the end of the world, I have 2 more, right? So that's why I prefer that one. Okay, over here. It's sort of a rest point. Look, we got a spirit here. A free point of water. Okay. And hi.
Travelers don't show up here very often. It seems that it isn't safe anywhere on the roads these days. I see a future fraught with danger and challenges that no ordinary human could meet. It isn't clear what your destiny awaits you at the end of the longest road.
Well, this is already a pretty long road, ma'am. So I guess I'll get back to it. Okay, and I think there's one up there as well. So let's take a quick look. I don't want to dawdle too much because the longer we stay here, the more enemies we'll encounter. I mean, we haven't taken more damage. Oh, also look, MP has gone up to 16. The more you use spells, the more your MP will go up, your magic stat. Right? Okay, so let's just use a regular rock. Bam! 6. Alright, whatever. Now, fortunately, there's only one, so this battle will go a lot faster. There you go, and you're dead. Yep. Oh, level up. Cool. Water to 4. That's what you need. Okay. So now we could technically get water pillar level 2. But we don't need it right now. I could have sworn there was one here. I guess I'm mistaken. Sorry, guys. Alright. let's carry on the longest road. And try to stay close to it. And obviously we could go and explore that way, but they're all cliffs. Oh, enemies. Oh, these are tough though. They're gonna hit us for sure. But now that he's close, we could melee him. But what we can also do is position ourselves a little bit better and do a water pillar level 2. It's for sure gonna hit him. And it's level 2, so it's gonna do a lot of damage, and it's its weakness. There you go, one hit kill. Ow. And I'm close enough to do the same. One hit kill. Whew. So that one went a lot better than the first time we encountered one of those, right? And again, we can go that way, but nothing interesting. Oh, now we get a new type of enemy. Okay, so let's still try to do the rock on the werehair. There we go. Man-eater. Now he does the same. He throws rocks. That's a rock elemental, or an earth elemental, I guess. You know what that means? That means the opposite is wind. Whew. Barely dodge out. So if the opposite is wind, he's gonna die, right? Well, he has a lot of HP. That's usually the thing with earth elemental stuff. You tend to have a bit more HP. So it's gonna take a few turns, but we're hitting him with the best thing we got. The thing that would do the most damage. Ow! Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, you really want to dodge them because they do a lot of damage. And it's not because we have wind. They just do a lot of damage. Finally, we're almost out of mana. Whew, okay, carry on. Oh, I spot a little spirit bubble. Here we go. Okay, we have wind, we have water. Time for earth. Yeah, you'll know why later. We're not quite there yet. Yes, it kind of looks like I'm doing a little bit of every element. It's not ideal because you could have a much stronger wind at this point, or your main element, whatever it is. But you'll understand. Okay. Farther along this road is Dondoran in the Connor Forest. Don't get careless in the woods. A robber is about. Okay, thanks, Curtis. So the advantage of sometimes having the houses is there's no enemies in here, and you can just walk around. And walking around recovers your MP, remember. So now we're just leaving, and we're at full MP. Down the road again. Oh, these guys again. They always come as a pair. Now we have more water, we could try to get closer to that guy. But it still wouldn't hit, so it's still do. Ooh, we had 2 misses on that. That's pretty bad. Okay. There we go, I miss again. Which happens, to be fair. Aha! And I was far enough to dodge his fireball. What the hell? There you go. Okay, why are you just healing though? And I could do a fireball, but he's like too. No, he's not too far. I would have been able to hit him. Ow. But I think my wind cutter is still better, as I've said before, as long as they don't miss. There we go. Hey, Earth. And yeah, as I said, right, if the fireball misses, you're screwed. You gotta deal with. Oh, okay. Also, if you've noticed, I didn't notice when it happened, but we now have a maximum of 51 HP. That tends to go up when you get hit. It's a bit weird, but basically it's like your defense, right? Strengthening defense. Also, you saw there the wind cutters, they went to both of them, right? They hit different, depending on how you position yourself, basically. So when there's 3 wind cutters at wind cutter level 2, it's going to send one from in front of you, one curving left and one curving right. And if you position yourself, you can really maximize. Okay. But you really, really, really have to dodge these guys' rocks, because as you saw, they do a lot of damage. 8, and I have 19 health. That means I can take 2, and if I take a third, I'm dead. So let's try and focus fire then. Right, focus fire the closest one. And eventually, there you go. I don't know if the Windcutters are smart enough to go to the other one as soon as the first one is dead. Also, look at our MP. That was close call. If you ever run out of MP in battle, I guess you could use the Q-drops, but that takes a turn. Or you can hit them with your staff. Okay, we've walked far enough. We have full MP again, so let's do that again. Okay, so on the signposts there show exactly what Curtis told us. On one side is a forest, it's got a little tree icon. On the other side is a castle, or building icon, I guess. This is Castle Donderon, which we're told to go to. So that's where we're going. And we can technically game the system a little bit by moving through the battlefield. We have to get away from these anyway. And we'll get slightly closer without provoking a random encounter, like we have been. So we're saving a few steps here and there by doing this. Oh, nice. Perfect 333. That was good. Okay. Follow the road, follow the road. I think it's just a myth, honestly. But whatever, right? Okay. No, not water. Rock. Bam. Fuck, that's a miss. But at least these are easy to dodge. These are really not a threat if you know how. There you go. We got stronger on Earth. That was a 1 rock kill instead of 2 like other times. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. 4 wolves. Ain't nobody got time for water pillars. Try and dodge that. Yeah. Success. That one's dead. That's good. They're not very strong in health department, fortunately for us. Okay, hit the back one a little bit. We need to be as far as possible, take as little fire damage as possible. Okay, we dodged that one too. The other back 2 are not as worrying because they're super far. Now there's only 1 left. And he can't even reach us. Okay. Fortunately for us, we just got 1 more level of MP. We're now at 18. So we cannot cast Windcutter level 2 because we're out. So here's level 1, which unfortunately missed. Oh, but he missed 2. So let's chance it. We gotta go in melee. Okay. And when you hit in melee, that also recovers your MP by 1 point. And it's really strong. Oh, speaking of, there we go. Now we got Rock 1 and Rock 2. Not that we have the mana to cast it. That's good. Okay. You can tell Brian's a little exhausted here because we're low on health. But don't worry about it. We'll actually go and rest up because we just reached the city, or the castle city, of Donderon. And there's Donderon Castle in the distance, which we will keep for next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I love this game so much. And hopefully you'll stay with me for the entirety of my quest. See you next time.